Wow, he just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he returns this to the 22. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A play fake. Now Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. That is caught. He's got the first down, and more than that, down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. And London, the motion man right. A first carry for Tyler Algier.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now motion left with Mooney. Here's Algier again on second down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Robinson.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Algier now up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
7 yards there and a first down.
A
A give left side to Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
This is 2nd and 8. Robinson with another carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's 3rd and 3. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Algier going straight ahead. And still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Taken down at the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And the Falcons are going to have 1st. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Play action. It's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and an incompletion as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. To throw is Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On second down, here's Jackson. This goes to a former Eagle, Nelson Aguilar. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And Jackson throwing once more. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Jackson on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson. 75 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So first and 10 now from the 30. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Odafe Owe from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick him with a safety.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
and frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the ground, it's Gray. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion right is Hopkins. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you show the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
53 the mark. 53. Check 53.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That'll be caught by Rice. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is incomplete.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it that a receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That is caught. And he will have a 1st down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now Gray. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. On the run, this is Gray. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust them.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give
Hurts fumbles it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs force the turn. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Hurts throwing right away. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
63.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Throw right side complete to Dotson. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 63 yards. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the right side and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start with great field position. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw now. Here's Love. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a throw there by Love. Pulled it. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and the Packers pick it up. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to... Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love now. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts.
This will be caught once again by Brown. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.